Good afternoon, ladies and gents. I hope you're all well. We are at Newham General Hospital. Won't linger on the hospital long. Hope it evokes the happier kind of memories for you. That's the new A&E department through there. But this bit is what we're going to be focusing on, because they've connected the hospital to the Greenway and kind of made it into a little mini nature reserve. There's the green there, which the path that used to take you up onto there is blocked off now, but that's kind of nature reserve. Look, and you can see the birds there, look. Zoom in, see if we can pick up on it. Where is it? There it is. Off it goes with its friends. Yeah, they turned it into kind of a little nature reserve. You've got a little bird box kind of thing up there. So that's nice. Just been to see Linda. She is pretty much back to her old self. Just wants to get out of the hospital, which is understandable. Linda's old self is just excessive amounts of moaning. At least there wasn't the unpleasantness today, I'll say that for it. It's really hot. A lot of it now, just for Linda, depends on what the council's going to do. And so I said to Linda, sadly Linda, I've got no control over what they decide to do over this situation. Yeah, look, that's the bird box thing up there. We go. Yeah, this is fairly newish. They've connected it to the Greenway, and it saves all the long walk round through Glen Road and everything, so that's handy. And as I say, it's very nature orientated, so it's up my alley too. If I have to point it up, down or sideways, because there'll be people around. I'm going to take you on to the Greenway, then out onto Prince Regent Lane, then on to, say, like the corner of Barking Road where the castle and the Greengate pub and all that used to be. So it won't be a massively long walk. This bit's not open yet, but you get the idea of what they're going to be doing. It's supposed to be benches there, and that one they do open it. Got wild sage there. Come out on that. That's handy. It's fairly empty. Come out onto the Greenway, which most of the local people, we just call it the sewer bank. There's lots of poppies amongst this lot. A bit dried up at the moment, bless their little cottons, but there's some. Or one. Funny thing is, I was talking to my nephew the other day, and so I don't live as close to this as I used to, and I said to him, "Oh, do you still get the fires every year?" Because every year without fail, when I was younger, teens, you'd have a fire along the Greenway. And he went, "Nah." I went, "Oh," I went, "Don't you remember them?" He didn't. 23 now, that boy, so I'm showing my age. Cornflowers as well. Very nice. And going that way, if you follow the Greenway down, it will take you all the way to Beckton, and this way all the way down to Stratford and Oldford and that, but that's not our port of call for today. I'll just point you this way because someone's coming along on a bike. It will go out onto Prince Regent Lane. You see a couple of, well, a little local legend, George's Fish Bar. God rest his soul, poor man. They had a fire in there some years ago now, a few years back, and he got inside one of the freezers to get away from it, George, the original man, and sadly he died in there. But yeah, his wife and I think it was his mother, I've not seen her for a while, but his wife and mother still ran it, or his wife still runs it. The mother still ran it for a while after he died. She was quite old, but I've not seen her for a while. Yeah, it was a sad thing, because he was lovely, he was. And he certainly didn't deserve to end his days that way. Dangers of fires once again, eh? Seem to be on a bit of a recurring fire theme at the moment. I recorded the building above Ladbrokes at Canning Town the other day. Damage caused there. Good news is everyone got out. There's a lot of women and children that live above that, so I'm told, and they got everyone out safely, thank God. But yeah. We're coming out onto Prince Regent Lane now, the old masonettes that are there. And for anyone that's not been here for a while, that remembers the old car showroom, you'll be in for a bit of a shock. So we are going to cross over the road here, so I'll pause you for a sec. There we go, we are crossing over. If you go through this bit of the Surbug, that will show you St Andrew's Church and all that, which I covered not long ago. Let's go around this way so I can get out of the way. There we go. Where the car showroom was, and now these going up these luxury flats. Luxury flats as far as the eye can see. Luxury flats, not affordable to the likes of you and me. Sorry for my bit of poetry. I think I've trodden in bubblegum. I hope it's bubblegum. Something sticky on my shoe anyway. But yeah, we're coming up to George's Fish Bar on the left, which is a bit of a local legend in the area. Lovely bit of fish. The sausage and batters are particularly nice as well. So, but yeah, look, this is where the car showroom used to be, and it's all flats now. They'll be built soon. And this is George's Fish Bar. Sussex Street. You can go either around that way onto the Barking Road, but we're going the opposite way. But yeah, this is George's. A local legend, George's Fish Bar on Sussex Street. Very, very nice place to eat. Decent bit of cod. Chips are always good too. Yeah, look, that's where the old, as I say, the car showroom was there, and that was taken down not too long ago. So we'll be getting up to the corner, and they'll end the video there. And then we'll take you back into the past for a few shots of the area how it was years ago. There's about 6 chicken shops on the one street here with this one. Let's put the other side. There we go. Everywhere. Won't be up a minute so I don't point camera in people's faces. But yeah, that's the what used to be the Castle pub. Just there. Hatton's car garage and showrooms and stuff. Hatton's MOT bay. The front of that used to be cars and whatnot. Then it became a car phone warehouse. Then a pie and mash shop. And now it has recently, very recently, become a second-hand furniture shop. Yeah, look, this is Castle. That's really changed, especially with all this new shit on top. Bank's gone now. Halifax used to be there. When I was young, or younger, where the William Hill is now, just there, that's where Halifax was, but then it moved there. And in that shop, that little shop was run by 2 elderly ladies, and they were old school and they did not fuck about, put it that way. Looking down the Barking Road towards East Ham, and I'll take you to my port of call, because if you want a nice, you don't want to cook when it's warm and you want a nice chicken, a decent bit of chicken, just pointing down a minute. Yeah, this opened recently and they got some really decent bits in there by the looks of it, so I shall have a look. I always like a a second-hand shop or a car boot sale. Pointing you this way because there's people along. Yeah. Oof, God, it's hot. I'm going to point you down because there's a woman with a pram. Might be a sec. There we are, that's better. Yeah. We're, as I say, on the Barking Road. Just here, I'm going to point you up a sec so I don't point in anyone's faces. Just here, you will get the best spit roast chicken you have ever tasted. Lovely man, really nice person. So this is my port of call because I do not want to cook in this heat. The old chemist is still there. Khartoum Road over there, which runs down there. This is Greengate Medical Centre, which has one of the worst reputations in the borough. This, years ago when I was younger, was a second-hand furniture shop. They had a piano in there. When I was about 13 or 14, I absolutely fell in love with this piano. I wanted it. It was expensive and we didn't really have the room. And the bloke was lovely. He used to let me go in there once or twice and play it. There we are. Sussex Street, where I said you can cut round and go onto Barking Road. This is on there, and if you walk down there you'll have George's Fish Bar. Anyway, guys and girls, I am now going to go and get my chickens. I've seen which ones I want, and let's have a little zip back into the past of Barking Road and some of the places we went to and why it was like years ago. Off we go into the past. And we're not going in any particular date order with this sequence of Back into the Past. We're going in order of location from where we started. So this is Newham General Hospital, which was opened in 1983 by the late Queen. And a little bit of interesting blast from the past. This hospital, Newham General, replaced these. So Forest Gate Maternity Hospital, which is where I was born. The building itself dates from the 1850s, but it became a hospital in 1948, closed in 1985 after the opening of Newham General. But as you can see, it was originally an industrial school, later a hospital, and now a housing block. I'll go and visit this one soon. The Royal Albert Dock Seamen's Hospital, opened in 1890, closed in 1993. And obviously it originally started off for seamen, but come the 1970s, what I know of, ordinary people could go. They didn't just have to be a seaman. My dad had the cartilage in his knee taken out in there. He said it was a really, really good hospital, the Albert Dock. So another image of that one. St Mary's Hospital, Plaistow, just on the junction of Upper Road, and that's flats now and lost a great chunk of its original building, but I'm told this was a very, very good hospital too. And Prince Regent's Lane, where we came out onto when we left the Greenway, or the Surbank as us locals call it. This is Prince Regent's Lane in 1902, and this is about the earliest image I could find of it, and it's still basically parts of it being built, which I absolutely loved. You can see the pub, which is looking fairly new, and the houses and that are going up. So yeah, this was a good old picture. I like this one. The old Greengate pub, Plaistow, 1890s. This is our earliest image of it. The Green Gate was recorded from at least 1776 and held on to its original appearance longer than any pub in Plaistow. Sadly, it was badly damaged and bombed in the war. It was taken down and replaced with what we're going to see in a minute, but this is it in 1926. And it was one of the old coaching inns, like the Black Lion. And this is what it was replaced with, 1959, so not too many years after the war. Still see the old tram lines going across. That's an interesting one. Well, I never asked anyone, when did trams go? When did we start losing trams? If anyone can answer that question for me. 2002. And this is how I remember it very much. Credit to Brian Berry for this image. Ex-Greengate pub, and this is it nowadays. It's a Tesco Express. And a nice little blast from the past. Greengate Cinema on the junction of Barking Road, Prince Regent Lane, Greengate Street and Tunmarsh Lane. This is the 1930s, but some of you ladies and gents may still remember the old cinema. I don't, and I don't remember the building of it at all or anything. And this is the old Castle pub at the Green Gate, and you can see why, if you look up the top, why it's called the Castle. This is 20th of June 1904, so it's nice to get a nice date on that one, very precise date. 1930s, and this demonstrates why it was called the Castle, because of the crenellations up top. This is it in the 1980s. It has lost its crenellation sadly, but it's still a pub. Number 5 going down the Barking Road. Over to the left that was. This is it in 2009, not too many years before it closed. And it's now a Betfred betting shop. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed this little tour. Thanks very much for watching.